Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game repair video for you. My buddy Matt's out there trying to make a bunch of noise in the background. We are working on some stuff tonight, and so we have a friend in Columbia who has a Frogger arcade game in his dental practice. So he has a few games set up so that kids, whenever they come in, they can play games. Well, he's got a Frogger, but the sound stopped working on it. And he's an hour and a half away, so we don't really have the ability to swing by there and see if we can figure out if it's something we can do or if it's the board. So what I'm going to try to do is fix this board and mail it to him. So I have this board that's been laying around for forever that is marked Frogger works, but no sound, right? And it's a Sega Gremlin version of it. Right, so this is the soundboard. It's missing a chip, obviously, but I don't know if it was missing whenever we tested it. And then it's missing a chip up here, too, which I don't think it would run without. So that somehow came out of the board after we tested it working. So this is a Sega Frogger. Now check this out. This is a Konami Frog. And you can see it's been laying around for 4 years now. And it has a big chip over here that's been pried off of it. So I don't know how easy that's going to be to fix. But I have two of these, a Konami version and a Sega version, that I think have the same pinout, or it looks like it. So I'm going to see if I can get one of these working with sound that we can send to our buddy in Columbia. Now, we're going to try this one first because it's a little cleaner. And it'll be interesting to just see what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to find a JAMA adapter so I can test it on my test bench. And I need to figure out what the two chips that are missing are. I'm going to guess they're Z80s, but hey, we'll find out. The easy way to find out is this board, since it looks like it's a copy, should have the information for us. Yeah, so that one's a Z80, right? And then the one under, I would bet, is going to also be a Z80, but I'll take the screws out and see. Okay, and so I'm going to have to pull up the schematics too to make sure I've got the JAMA harness just right. But hey, we'll get there. So let me go pull up the schematics and we'll see what we can figure out.
No, I can find them like really.
No, you got to like make them.
No.
All right, so we are working on our Frogger, and I have found a little adapter that I made for Matt Mania back in the day. And guess what? It's the same pinout as Frogger, or close enough. So we're going to use that to hook it up to our test bench. This was a Z80, so we popped one of them in, and this was a Z80, so popped one of them in. So the only thing that I've got left is, if you look on this, you need to connect the volume control to pins 2 and 4. That's what the volume connects to. So you need a potentiometer to turn up the sound on pins 2 and 4, but it's not 2 and 4 of this 18-pin connector. So I don't know. I believe it's 2 and 4 of this connector. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out. That looks right, because they're saying that is a 6-pin connector. 2, 4, and 6. What do you think? I think I'm going to plug it in without that and just see if the board does boot up without sound, because it doesn't have that connector plugged in. And if it does, then we'll make a little jumper and see what happens. Okay, so we've got the Frog one, which is the one that's more damaged. It seems to come up and boot. You see why they call it Frog?
Oh, I left the ER off.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, but there's no sound, but there's an obvious big, huge chip that's been pried out of the board. So our harness works, obviously. Maybe our switches aren't wired up right, but our harness works. But this one, whenever you plug this one in, you get the power supply won't even come in. So there's a short somewhere. So we need to figure out where the short is on this one. Okay, so on the back of this one, there's a couple jumper wires that don't seem to have anything to do with it. But if you check, chopstick time, between this pin look at that, I got it.
Right away.
Alright, so there's a short. So this is the ground, and this pin is B, or A actually, which is supposed to be the -5. So then on this board, the -5 is shorted to ground. So now I got to find out where -5 is shorted to ground. Looky what I found. Looky, looky, looky. All right, so all you tech guys out there and girls, that's a tantalum capacitor. And that thing is connected to ground and -5. You can bet your ass that thing's shorted. So, all right, so I'm going to remove it, and then I'm going to test the board again to see if it's still shorted. It's a 6.8 UF. I'm not apologizing for saying UF. And it's a dead damn short. Look at that. Dead on the money short. So I didn't have a 6.8 UF. It means microfarad. They keep giving me crap because I say UF. It says UF right on it, but they bitch and complain if you say UF. It's crazy.
I've seen it.
Okay, so anyway, so I put this is recording, right? so I put a 10 UF 50 in the board instead of the 6.8 UF 16 volt tantalum. I put an electrolytic. And there is no longer a dead short on the board. So now we can finally plug our board up and see if we get anything.
Just don't call it oofs.
Yeah. 6.8 oofs. Oofs. All right, folks. So what do you think? Is it gonna try to boot up? What do you think, Matt?
Since you got rid of the that part, I forgot the name of it.
It's a tantalum capacitor.
Tantalum capacitor. Yes.
Okay, let's turn it on and see what we get. Okay, the power supply stayed on that time. Let's see if the graphics look all right. Oh, I see a frog. Matthew, we have frogs. I don't hear nothing either. What the hell? You know what? I've got the coin switch wired up, but I don't know if it works because it didn't do anything on that other one. Might have to get creative with it. All right, let's see what happens here. Frogger has one of the longest damn attract modes. Oh, God, just waiting for those freaking frogs to hop across the screen. I'm always wanting to take a picture of the actual game, and so you turn it on, and then it takes it a while to get up to it. Frogger. Okay, all that looks good. Let's see if our actual frogs look good. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh no, it's going to do it again. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a lot of times, if I've got a frogger I'm trying to sell or whatever, I'll turn it on and I go to take a picture, but it takes forever to get to the screen with the actual freaking frog.
Yeah, so you're sitting there waiting.
And you can start it, but if you start it, then you can't take pictures of it because it just sits there because you're not playing it.
Yeah.
So you really want to take a picture of it during attract mode because the frog moves around. Look at this. Do you see this? 4 freaking screens. All right, so all that looks good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, so I don't think we're going to get any sound because we don't have the little plug hooked up.
Does it work?
It's working. No sound. Well, I don't think I got that wired up right. Okay, so we're good. We have no sound though, so I need to put that little jumper on it, I think. So I'm going to check that out just to make sure I've got it right, and then we'll make a little jumper for that little 6-pin connector. Basically, it's because the there's a 6-pin connector here that I believe connects in the cabinet to the volume control. And so it's the potentiometer that turns it up and down. So without that connected, the sound runs through it and it won't work. Okay, so here's the little 6-pin connector. It looks like on the schematics it says you want to connect pins 2 and 4. So what I've done is in the cabinet it would have had a 10 ohm potentiometer. So I have made a little connector with a little resistor that's like 5 ohms. So hopefully it'll be at like half volume. What you think?
OHMs.
Yeah, 8 and 10 OHMs. Damn you, Matt! You're making me mock people again, and I've been talking about this. They're going to unsubscribe. I've been talking about the UF thing too much. I've mentioned it in like 15 videos now.
Oh, no.
You brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up. All right, so that's plugged up. So let's see if we can get it to turn on again. The sound works. Okay, so clearly we have sound problems. All right, or I've got that plugged in wrong, or I'm burning something up. Okay, major sound problems. Okay, folks, so I have printed out the schematics, and I've been going through and checking to see what's going on, and then I noticed something. Notice the way that the board is silk screened. See the white line on the flat end of the chip, and then there is a little, what's the best way to put it? Sometimes there is a little indentation on the end that has the notch, right? Let's see if that shows it. Yeah, see the indentation on the end that has the notch? See how the notch is that way, but on this, the sound chip, the notch is this way? And it kind of looks like that on the white below. But if you look, pin 1 is marked as up there, and pin 21 is marked as down here. Right? So it chips in backwards. And I did the same damn thing when I put the Z80 in. See, it looks like that's the direction that the notch goes, but it's not. The chip's in backwards. So probably fried both of those. Now, I didn't put that one in. That's not me. But I may have done it years ago because I did that one awful quick. So I'm going to turn the Z80 around or put another. I'll turn that one around and try it, but I'm sure it's probably fried. But I'll turn it around and put another one in. Same with the sound processor. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's an easy one. Watch your ears. The resistor's not high enough, so it's really loud. Alright, so I put a bigger resistor on it, so it sounds a little better. I don't have the joystick or anything hooked up, so I can't play it, but clearly the sound is working. You know what that means? Another one rides the bus, Matt. Boy, the sound is great, isn't it? See, I worked so hard for this sound. I want to enjoy it.
I like that monitor.
You like the monitor? Are you trying to... You want the monitor for one of your games?
It's pretty sharp.
I gotta go fight off this ninja trying to steal my damn monitor. Alright, folks, so I am back. And like I said, this is just me aiming a camera at the actual CRT monitor in the actual cabinet. We'll play through it a little bit. Everybody's played Frogger. But it's kind of cool. The sound's awesome on this too. I don't know. They had cool sound back then. So let's put a little service credit on it if I can reach it without knocking over the camera. Whoop. All right, and the start button is on the front of the cabinet. And there's no buttons or anything, you just move the joystick. So the turtles that are diving, of course, I just avoid them. If you miss just barely, it kills you too, so you got to kind of be careful whenever you make that last, whenever you commit to that last hop. Like that. Of course, you get more points the quicker you do it too. There's the famous lady frog that you're supposed to escort to the to the end. All right. Gotta get a little quicker as it goes on. I don't really know if you can jump on the back of the alligator. I would guess not. But I guess it might be worth trying. Oh, you can't jump on those when they're going under. Bad idea. Boom, boom, boom. And you definitely can't jump in the one. Yeah, you can jump on his back. You definitely can't jump in the one with the alligator's mouth. Bad idea. See if I can get the first one there. Oh, was a little off. We'll play it one more game. See if I do any better. It sounds really cool in this. Uh-huh. You see how they're trying to trip me up? I I think these ones start speeding up after a while. Oh, I didn't even notice. They lulled me into a false sense of security. That first one's kind of the hardest one, right? Wonder how long you can ride on the alligator's back. All right, level 3, level 3. This might be all she wrote. Oh, sea otter. Now that I know he's there. Oh, they got me. All right, so there you go. That's Frogger. Everybody's played it. But now you've seen it on the original cabinet, the way it was back when it first came out, 1981. Now, if you're watching this video, you must like arcade games. So if you're looking to buy one, you can check out all the ones that we have for sale right now, no matter when you're watching this video, even if it's years later, on our website at lionsarcade.com. And if you want, you can stop by and see us in person. We're here in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we've got a whole building full of arcade games for sale, and you can come by and check them out. Or if you're not looking to buy an arcade game, or maybe you're just not in the area, you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. We're going to be putting up tons more videos. So we will see you next video.